We're live.
You're gonna have about $29 in it, Kyle, leather wise.
Also need to get more leather. Hey, we're on the internet.
Yeah, hold on. Something is not visible. Why is it not visible? There we go. Chat room.
Woot.
So, how are y'all doing, guys?
I exist.
I feel that.
I'm still here, and I found out that me and a shovel ain't made for each other no more.
Yeah, I guess that happens.
Yep. Found that out recently myself.
Oh, there is a LeBlanc. Hi, LeBlanc.
Yo.
All right, so we're back with Kitchen Table this week. Let's see. Yeah, we'll have another one in November. We won't skip this one. We'll be missing the round table that one because we will actually be at Extra Life. Yay.
Woot.
So how are y'all doing?
Fair to middling. You can't complain too much.
Just happy to be
here. If I seem spacey, I am still running tests with my laser. I found out that yes, there was a manual. It's a terrible one, but I got one. So I have adjusted the focus to see if that helps or hurts. What is going on? So I'm burning a tiny version of the TBA logo onto the wooden. I got the DoubleTree laser back in May. I've used it to laser engrave my new DM screen, which will be appearing at Extra Life.
Once again, woot.
So I got this going right now to see what's up, because what I've done is I've cut the plywood circle. I've mostly built the frame for the spinny wheel for the hot sauce challenge that we will be doing the weekend after Extra Life for Veterans Day. And I'm trying to burn a little tiny TBA logo that I can then attach to the front of the piece of plywood, because I originally had dry erase because I had extra from when I made my DM screen. But I got too excited and I glued it to the wood before I sanded things.
No.
So that was one of those mistakes that you can't really undo. So I have a thinner piece of plywood that I'm going to cover in adhesive back dry erase board.
Well, I mean, you could just something just on the side, something that you could do. You could always start using it with leather. And then call yourself the king of steampunk.
I may see. It's supposedly not designed to go with leather, but there is a chance here later, gentlemen, that there's a chance if this works and that this focusing does better, that I will be throwing a piece of leather on there, and then the entire internet will hear me curse and yell as I probably make my entire house smell terrible.
I mean, that your house smelling terrible is going to be a small consolation to being the next Thomas Wilford.
Maybe. But the other stuff is, currently I have been working on one of the giveaway items, a oak dice tray. I've got it glued up. I actually cut dados into it. I have made Mish a dice tray, Kyle, that is walnut and maple. I have to fill in one portion with a little bit of epoxy, because I'm going to seal the whole thing in epoxy, because it was a really, really pretty piece of walnut, but it was full of cracks. So, Yeah, I'm going to seal the whole thing in epoxy after I get the bottom in. But I found out one of the reasons I had to get a new router bit because somewhere in this piece of walnut there was a staple contained fully within the wood. So the bit broke, the router table jumped, the wood jumped, the safety push block jumped, I jumped, and we all considered it a bad day. But it didn't ruin the piece. It just, I got like a 1/2 inch that's a little bit shallower than everything else on the interior of the walnut, and I'll fill that in with epoxy filled with black.
A fence staple or a paper staple?
Um, when what bits I found of it, it looks like it was a slightly thicker than your standard staple. Like probably came from one of those thicker staple guns. But like it was not a office stapler, but it was definitely not a like heavy duty construction staple.
So somewhere between a office staple and a brad nail.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I cut one of them on my table saw a couple weeks ago. That shocked, that surprised the shit out of me and the table saw.
So that's what I've been working on. I've also been working on my cousin's wedding gift because I found the sawmill here has elm. And I got one very large piece that has a bunch of very interesting spiky knobby bits that I will be taking off of it and then using in something else. And then you cutting the wood down into boards. But yeah, the last time I went out there, I spent $40 and I ended up with a car and a trunk full of lumber because he had a huge burn pile. And he said, if there's anything you want out of that, just take it. The cedar cookie that I got out of there wasn't any good, so that's in the fire pit for extra life. But there is a solid chunk of red oak that is going to find its way into being a bowl. Also, I don't think Moose and Claire are listening right now. Probably not, right?
Probably not.
I've gotten their wedding gift almost completely made.
Sweet.
I used that Russian olive that I found.
Ooh.
Oh, it is pretty. It is. If you go to Discord and you go up to crafts, I post up a picture. The bottom of it can be seen in the one I posted today. The top of it is the first one I posted that's underneath the shank mushy that Emily posted up. But that grain came out nice.
Ooh, yeah.
I'm also going to be sanding most of the epoxy off the top of that elm. I had to coat the whole thing in it because that is how many different holes and how much character that piece has.
Yeah.
And on the handles I'm going to put on my cousins are actually loops of rope with brass on the end of them that have screws. So going full rustic with that one. The one for Claire and Moose has wrought iron. Well,
Nice.
looks like wrought iron.
Yeah. Yeah, they're gonna be. I think.
Did you just
more.
fart?
No.
Okay, it sounded like I know it was probably a chair, but it just heard burnt.
Yeah, it's probably my chair. This chair. I need to grease this chair. This is the chair. This is Harley's chair. It sits lower than my chair, and I wanted to be lower today.
So those are all the things I've been working on. Other than I've been cutting up some. I cut up a 2x6 to make little Christmas trees, and I've cut up a bunch of 1x1s or 1x2s to make wall-mounted snowmen. I'm getting into its Christmas gift season.
Yeah.
And if my laser works, I've already had a request for stocking tags.
That's a neat idea. Jesus Christ, your wife is trying to make me angry.
No, she sent that so that we can look at it later.
Yeah.
I think we need to go over projects and what we're doing before we delve into whatever hell my wife sent us.
Yeah. Uh yeah, I'm probably gonna pretty much be on the woodworking is probably gonna be kind of on the back burner for me, at least until Christmas, or after Christmas. And I need a bandsaw. For what I'm doing, for what I want to do, and for how I want to do it, I need a bandsaw. I need to be able to excuse um with me wanting to use actual lumber, like uh actual tree wood, and stuff like that, branches and small trunks up to like 4 or 5 inches. I need a bandsaw. I need to be able to mill. I need an easy way to mill that down, and I don't have the I don't know the I don't have the confidence in myself to build some of these jigs, especially considering the fact that especially with the ones that need with the ones for the table saw. Until I can figure out, apparently my dad said he had seen something online where there's an adjustment knob or screw or something underneath it, to fix that 1 degree canter. Until I get that sorted out, I'm just gonna go ahead and it's not like I'm not gonna use the fucking thing to begin with, for other stuff, but I'm gonna bite the bullet. My Have my Christmas gift this year be a bandsaw.
Look at the
Depending on how much we have to spend, bandsaw, maybe drill press.
look at Harbor
Uh,
Freight. They're going to be putting their
yeah,
uh
I've seen that one.
well, no, it's not just that, and Canon might know a little bit more than this. I've been trying to follow it. Um, Harbor Freight just acquired in the last 3-4 months a lot of Milwaukee and DeWalt engineers and personnel.
Hmm. Which
Eh,
means that Harbor Freight's products are going to have
The,
pretty decent jump in quality here soon.
they have already announced that they're going to switch from 90-day to 2-year warranties
Shit,
on
yeah.
all Hercules brand brushless tools,
Hmm.
which means they have some confidence, but it's also expected that they're going to have a 5 to 10% growth over the next 2 years. So what a lot of people are expecting with this is that Harbor Freight is about to drop a whole lot more better quality tools,
Hmm.
and I'm here for that. Also, there is a chance that some of their lower end tools that they've had for a while are going to be discontinued and replaced with a newer model. So if that happens, they're going to put all of them on sale
Yeah.
for a fairly low price.
Yeah. I'll end up clearancing them out.
So just keep an eye out for that if any of that is actually true.
Yeah.
Because
Uh,
as much as I do like some of the name brands, I won't lie. The Chicago Electrics that I have from Harbor Freight have done me pretty decent. Like
um,
my miter saw has lasted well beyond. Let me go ahead and knock on wood with
yeah.
it. It's lasted way longer than most people say it's going to. The
Well,
thing I don't use it as a job site saw.
yeah. I have we have a DeWalt chop saw that I use. It's set up on the edge of my bench. Uh, when that one gives up the ghost, I want to get a compound. My dad doesn't want. My dad doesn't see see. My dad doesn't see the benefit of it, but one of the the compound miter saws that are the it's on rails where you can pull it and push it.
Look at the rigid.
Yeah. Once the chop saw gives up the ghost, I want to get one. I want to get one of those. I think that's just going to make my life a little bit easier. But having the bandsaw, having the ability to mill mill branches and stuff into 1 to 2 inch thick, uh, half-inch, quarter-inch stock to use for boxes and stuff like that. That's just going to cut down. That's going to cut down on my excuse me. My voice still. It's been a week and my voice is still crap. Um, it's going to cut down on the labor and on a lot of my prep work because four or five runs through the bandsaw is going to do the work of what in like 5 minutes is going to do the same work as 30 minutes of mounting something to mounting a branch to a flat piece of wood so I can get a good clean edge, running that through, taking it off, flipping it over, running that through, and trying to do it with the table saw, and then ended up with, when it comes down to it, almost a quarter-inch difference between the top and the bottom, depending on how you flip the piece of wood. You either have a rhomboid that's a quarter-inch wider at the top than at the bottom, or you have a parallelogram because you flip it the other way and that 1 degree continues parallel, and now the whole thing shifted over, which means now I got to spend 10 minutes at the sander getting it flat.
Something you should look into, Nox, is the Warrior or the Bauer brand 7-inch polisher sander. Mine finally died because I have abused the hell out of it over the year that I've had it. But they're about $40, and that thing will aggressively take out saw marks from a sawmill.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a couple. I've got one of the bigger Ryobi. No, it's one of the Bosch uh rotating sanders,
Mm-hmm.
and we also have just one of the just it's an old it's a blue Ryobi. I tell you how old it is. It's a blue Ryobi uh orbital sander. It's the vibrational sander. I call it the mouse. It's the one that it's the one that has the point.
Mm-hmm.
We have that. So between the belt sander, the belt sander disc sander that I got for Christmas last year, and those two, the actual uh, spinny sander, the Bosch rotating sander, and that vibrating sander. Uh, it's not super terrible. It's just I get a bandsaw and I can take one edge off and it's flat. And at that point I'm good. I'm golden and I don't have to do any other prep work prep work before I cut. And this is all like the table saw to the sander, that hour and a half, that's before I cut and mill down my lumber. That's just making round branch square.
I dropped a link for a bandsaw into the bonus roundtable chat. 14 inches is a throat depth. I own this saw, and one of the things I like about it is you can buy a 6-inch riser block for it to make it cut up to 12 inches deep. And what you're wanting to do, you need to look at the 3/4 inch resaw blades.
Hmm.
The big thickens.
No, they're just wide. They're not designed to cut circles. They're designed to cut straight lines.
Well, I'm
but
just saying the big thick blade, the 3/4 inch.
yeah, they've only got like 4 or 5 teeth per inch. Some of them's only got 3 teeth per inch, but they are specifically for resawing. And the only other modification I made on that bandsaw is I bought a decent set of blade guides, roller ball bearing blade guides for it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's a ratcheting blade tensioner that you can buy for it to put on it to help you tension the blade up on the backside.
Hmm.
This is a fine product. Grizzly does make good tools. I would love that as well. I just need space for tools like that.
The good thing about it is, some people it may sound high, but compared to 14, 15, $1,600 band saws, this saw's $750.
Yeah. Looking at the max cut height 6 inches. If you hit the 9 and 10 inch tab at 300, about 350 as the 10 inch half horsepower. That is the max cutting height is 6 inches. That would probably be complete ideal for what I'm doing.
The 10 inch is the throat depth. That's the distance from the saw guide to the saw blade that you can cut.
All right, so 10 inches wide, 6 inches tall. So max cutting with 9 inches, no, 9 3/4 wide, 6 1/8 tall. That's perfect for what I need.
Mm-hmm.
Like for the stuff that I'm doing, that's pretty spot on perfect. Especially if it comes with the stand. You know, that and that and a drill press are the two biggest things on my wish list, because I think those two things would make my life a little bit easier. But this more than the drill press, honestly, because the drill press is going to be nice for the drill press is going to be nice for pipe bowls, and the D6 organizers, especially once I get the square cut bits. That's going to be perfect for those. But for the boxes themselves, especially because I'm also working on some oversized dice boxes. The one that I made today is 14 by 8, and I'm making them specifically for Warhammer. If I can get those running, then we'll see where I'm at with that. See if I can parlay that into. Ultimately, I'm trying to parlay all of this into a side hustle to start putting a little bit of cash in my pocket for stupid shit, essentially, like Warhammer figs and Magic cards and other shit. That way it's shit that doesn't come out of my bank account. If I can, if I can subsidize my leatherworking and tool habit and board game and Magic card and Warhammer model habit, if I can subsidize that with primarily through shit that I make through those processes, then the world is a whole lot better for me.
Nice. I thought about, like, Kyle still wants to do a side hustle. However, I haven't gotten a lot of movement and help on that. So that has not happened yet. I don't know if we're going to actually have a booth, but I will definitely be coming down to Makers Fair in Lafayette. Mostly because I'm getting some vibes that, like, cause there's always an excuse, like it's too hot. It's been too hot to be out in the shop. I'm like, I am. I literally have most of another person wrapped around my frame compared to your body weight, and I'm still out here sweating my ass off and still doing it. Kind of stuff. But at the same time, I've learned I can go out into the heat and deal with it better than a lot of the other people in our gaming circle.
Yeah.
I also found out recently that same weekend, Louisiana Comic Con's going to be back in Lafayette.
So they're gonna have those both on the same weekend.
Yep, Louisiana Comic Con just announced that they were going to have it. They
Yeah.
they did it in June this year because of COVID. They've always done it in the March time frame, and because they don't have to deal with football schedules and things of that nature, so they booked it for the same weekend. Booked the Coliseum for the same weekend this year.
It wasn't in June. It was last weekend.
Yep, yeah, that's right.
It was last weekend. We went, and it was all right. We dressed up. Yeah, we dressed up. Our friend Daryl and his kids dressed up. Uh, they did Akatsuki from Naruto. Only Daryl couldn't find an Akatsuki robe that fit him, so me and him shifted on the fly, and he went and he got a white suit, or he had a white suit, and so he did, which is kind of giving me the idea. And I'm gonna get with him about us possibly doing a group cosplay of Naruto cross One Piece, to do like Naruto characters as like Navy admirals.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Right. So he was walking around with the Madara mask and a white suit, like the white mask with the purple eyes, and a white suit with a black tie, a black shirt with and a red tie, and the Akatsuki robe over his shoulders, like the Navy admiral. And he looked pretty dope. Uh, I'll get a picture up in the craft in the here shortly. Uh, oh wow, they changed Facebook again. Wow. Okay, okay, there it is. But that got me the idea of doing that.
The owner of the steampunk convention kind of mildly freaked out a little bit about the other one being on the same weekend. But my view is the folks that go to the Comic Con would not normally go to a steampunk event, whereas the steampunks are going to go to a steampunk event in lieu of going to the Comic Con. But there's also the added opportunity for the people that are attending one or the other to have two events to attend if they wanted to.
Yeah.
Good way to put it. So, what are you working on, Cannon?
My most recent project's been hauling gravel and working on a French drain. I did a little bit of leather work getting ready for, we had a local festival last weekend and another local festival this weekend, and I had to put some more leather on the table to increase our merch. But just some, uh, I did some sigil bracelets, a moon and sun goddess bracelet, a Templar bracelet, and I updated a bracer I already had on the table. Put a Art Deco piece on top of it. Started working out a leaf flap pouch, but I got to do a little bit more work on it. It wasn't big. The pouch wasn't big enough to, wasn't wide enough for anything manageable to fit in the way it was. Did I lose y'all?
I'm here. Want to get some? I had to step away to get some water.
The laser finally finished, and it did not burn in the center.
Did it just do the outline?
No, it burnt the whole thing. Like, I'm wondering if the TBA logo only really works if it's larger. Because, like, there's a swath, and it's not in the same place on either side, that it just didn't burn as well. Oh, gonna try with a different piece.
Can you slow the speed down a little bit?
I am looking at that. Hold on, I'm gonna adjust the focus real quick. So give me, y'all give me just a second.
No.
Knox, what have you found to drill holes in your pipe stems that's long enough?
I haven't. I've been hand carving them.
Carving them in halves and then putting them together?
Yep. I worked on. I kind of worked on one today and realized once again, my ambition and skill is being hindered by the tools that I use. As you can want to and know how, but if the tools don't work, then it ain't gonna work. So I need a. I need a good. I need a. I am. I bought a cheap set of wood carving tools. Uh, excuse me. Uh, just the wood carving the wood carving hand tools like the half moon and the the 90-degree one and the what's wood the wood carving tools. I only use like three or four, it's like maybe three or four of them. Uh, but I bought them cheap. I think I bought them on Wish just to kind of play around with them and see how I did with them. And I really like it. I really like them when they work. Um, but it's gotten to the point now where they're cheap, stamped, and then sharpened, and trying to make sharpening jigs for them. I is kind of a pain in the ass because they're like the V, the one that works the crease cutter, the leather crease cutter. Um, it's not a perfect 90. Like there's a dip right at the corner. So getting down and getting that sharp is a pain in the ass. And then I noticed when trying to sharpen the circles, the gouges, that they're not straight; they're cupped slightly from being stamped. So I need to get a good set. And if I get a good set, then I will be able to. Then I'll be able to really push out and do better pipe stems. And then I'm also going to from the the website that Hewitt sent me, they'll send you you can just straight buy pipe stems. So I'm gonna get that, and I'm gonna get some of those at some point, and you just use prefabricated. The You can get Bakelite, you can get acrylic, you can get all different types of materials that these pipe stems are made out of. And I'm gonna just grab a couple of those. They're pretty cheap. Grab a couple of them and drill the necks of the pipe out to fit them, and try using those as well. But with a good quality carving chisels, and I'll really be able to see how well I can make. Because the problem with the ones that I have is they'll cut, but they don't cut deep. They they'll only cut so deep. And once you get too deep, then you can't get the right, because of the shapes. You can't get the right angle for it to cut anymore, because of how the tips are slightly cupped. So I get a good set and try it again, and that'll probably make a world of difference. Just like when I bought an actual good set of chisels, just how night and day different working with them were.
Yeah, the quality of the steel makes a lot of difference on cutting tools.
And these are little just podunk, like 6-inch chisels, carving tools. They were like $4, and they worked okay for what I had for what I had them. Uh, but they are not anymore.
I've got a small carving set of chisels that I got from, actually got the Harbor Freight starter set,
That's probably what I'm gonna get.
and they're decent little chisels. They're not by no means are they professional chisels, but they will gouge and cut what I want to cut with them so far. I need to get my hands on a 12-inch, 1/8 inch diameter drill bit. It's what I need.
I have a It's about, I say it's about 8-9 inches long. I have it's for my bit and brace. It it's like a coring bit, and that thing, it's about an eighth of an inch. And I kind of mess around using that. If I can get my holes lined up, if I can get a good piece and get my holes lined up, then I can at that then I could at that point drill it out. I could probably drill out at least a foot, at least 12 inches, as long as my holes are centered and meet in the middle, and then just drill it from both sides.
Hey Knox, you ready for your blood pressure to go up?
I mean, I have been to the cardiologist, and uh, my heart is not the cause of the heart attack like chest pains that I have at night. So yeah, I guess so.
Uh, wow, I should not have made that joke. I apologize.
I mean, and trust me, there ain't nobody more over that shit than me.
All right,
Uh,
so I've clicked the first link Emily gave us, and I need opinions here. So it's
On the nudie house?
on the first link, the one that has like the house that's all different angles and broken window looking things.
okay, that's the second one. The first one she sent is the cabin at the nudist resort.
Okay, hold on. Let me get back to bonus roundtable. Oh, yeah, there was one above that. I just saw we will go back to that one in just a second. But let's start with the one that was once upon a time a little cabin. My first thought is it's unique.
Like something we do.
So
That's
Looks like somebody built it without a tape measure or a square.
uh,
no, and let me
that's the
be the
point.
first to say you got to be real good. You got to be real good to make it look this bad.
I do like the siding that looks like it is probably, I don't know, the way it's graying, it might be cypress. They don't really have
Yeah.
cypress up there.
And it's just it's literally like the second or third piece cut off of the log at the sawmill, so that everything's uneven.
I'm just trying to figure out the wood though. I'm not. I know that it's not. I'm saying I like the siding. I just can't figure out the wood.
It's live edge pine.
Doesn't that need to be pressure treated to be on the outside?
Nope, I've got pine board and batten on my first shop here that ain't never been treated on the side.
All the trees are crooked in picture too.
That is legitimately awesome.
What, that the trees lean?
Yes, it makes everything perfect. I like it.
All right. I'm on picture number 5. I do like the cross beams.
Yeah, the just debarked and treated trees.
They got a Hobby Lobby photo or Hobby Lobby painting above the double chair.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't hate this place.
I like the wagon wheel rocking chair.
Uh, you don't know. Listen, you don't know what you have until the toilet paper is gone.
You never know what you have until it's gone. Toilet paper, for instance.
Okay, so then we go from like this zany little wonky cabin to the next picture is on number 12, a gazebo on a very pretty deck over a stock pond.
That's a dyed pond too.
Okay,
I
that's a unique hangout by the fire pit.
yeah, I will fight people to for those egg chairs. I have sat in them before. They are comfy.
Ducks that put stars on the horses.
They got an outhouse.
I'm just going through. Okay, now I'm back to interior pictures. Okay, so they got crock pots, 2-burner electric hot plate stove, little grill, bigger grill. Can you show me the sleeping loft? I mean, I'm going through here. Oh, Cannon, number 38.
Don't.
Yep.
And then number 45, you got a rather large workhorse trying to vogue pose and stick that leg out.
Yeah, 41. They got goats.
Oh no, not another goat place.
At least this was not the fucking goat barn.
Yeah. Oh, they have Jenga. They have Jenga and Connect 4 Travel Edition.
That's in the couch.
That horse's hair on its tail is more fabulous than some people's hair on their head on number 50.
Yeah, that horse got to be 16, 17 hands tall.
But the blonde one, are you talking about that earlier workhorse?
But this blonde one in particular, but that black one ain't much smaller.
Are these Clydesdales?
No,
I don't know of
these
many. I don't
are.
know of many of the horses that have fuzzy hooves.
They're not.
The picture over the chairs in number 52 changed from what it was originally.
Yep.
Huh. Fabby Horse is the last photo as well. They know their market.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest. I see horses up close so infrequently, I repeatedly forget how big an animal that is.
Mm-hmm. And that's bigger than most.
Like, a lot of the horse, there was one horse place around here that, for the most part, I could look a horse in the eyes because they had a lot of smaller, fancy prancy horses. And then someone brings out the workhorse, or you see the Clydesdales bring the Budweiser wagon through on Mardi Gras, and you're like, dear God, I forgot some horses are literally monsters to see in person.
They are. Some of them are very, very big. All right.
Time to go
Nudie
to
cabin.
Nudie Cabin. Is Nudie Cabin popping up? Yeah, Nudie Cabin is popping up.
All right. Kind of Art Deco beams across that bedroom.
So for the folks that are watching, we have been savage to Verbo and Airbnb for their rustic, quote unquote, cabins, including the one we found in New Orleans that was in Flambourg, which means it's not a cabin. But I asked my wife to find terrible things for me, and she did not disappoint. The first one wasn't bad. It was just the outside was weird, and it didn't drive me crazy. But the nudist cabin, I wouldn't want to sit. I wouldn't want to touch anything.
Well, I mean, first of all, you got just the white plywood in the window, and where the window used to be for the window unit.
Which picture is that? Oh, yep,
Picture number one.
yep. You got the. To be fair, I don't hate that because that is something that legitimately you have to do in older buildings that don't have central air.
Yeah.
You notice there ain't no curtains.
Well, I figured there wouldn't be at the nudist camp. You want people to see, right? I mean, I don't know what that lifestyle's like.
All right.
But I mean, I wouldn't want to sit down on the couch in number 2 because too many naked butts have been on that.
What the?
Let me see. I just got the chime that the job was done.
I'm trying to figure out on picture 2. I guess this is like a porch, an add-on porch.
Okay, it did the same thing in a different spot. I'll have to see if there's something with timing, but I'm going to be lazy and just see if burning another exact copy over the same thing does anything or
help.
not.
If it's different every time, then maybe.
So we'll see. I still got to fool around with it because the directions inside this little pamphlet are a lot of just play with it. And I'm like, thank you. This is what I like to hear with technology a lot of times. But
So, looking at picture number 2, this looks like kind of a porch,
that
an
got
enclosed porch, but it looks like one of the
that's a
pre-made
that's a
modular
that's a
cabins.
that's a Walmart futon covered in
Although the
covered in
although
like
the
huh?
table's nice.
The table is nice. Kind of mid-century modern. Thinking that's been back in again.
So, speaking of pre-mid-century, if you want to go look at the '60s kitchen,
I don't hate it. Again, I still don't think I want to touch anything.
with all of the work that they did in that bedroom, you think they could have updated the kitchen?
Yeah, the floors are nice though.
Not in the kitchen.
Let me go back to the kitchen. No, that's linoleum.
Yeah, that's linoleum. That's from Mica countertops.
I'm just looking at the very pretty floor in the bedroom in number 4. I'm assuming the other end of the closed-in porch. No, that's got actual windows.
Hmm.
Oh, you can see that the camper lot's right next to the nudie trailer or the nudie cabin.
Well, I mean, it's the nudie camper lot.
Do not care. Oh, okay.
And
No,
chainsaw bear.
yep.
Chainsaw bear. Adirondack chairs.
Still don't want to sit in them. That's how you get a splinter. Number 8.
Home Depot Italian ceramic.
Yep. That toilet is really close to that wall.
Yep.
Like, look at where the tank is.
Oh yeah, it's butted up against the wall. Like there, you have no room.
Like, you got to side saddle that toilet. And
Hope you're not a left-handed wiper.
I mean, you won't be here because you ain't gonna have room.
and then you look at number 9, the outdoor shower.
Well, I need you to go back to 8 real quick, and I have a very serious question. Number 1, first off, tile goes 3/4 up the tile from the floor goes 3/4 up the wall. I hate it. Number 2, very important question.
It's a nudie cabin. They expecting people to get a little freaky dicky in the shower, so they don't want water on the walls.
I understand that. However, they could different ways of going about it. They could use a different type of tile. I don't like the floor tile being on the wall. That being neither here nor there. Very important question. Where are the shit tickets?
They probably just don't have the toilet paper out for the photo.
Stop defending them, Hewitt.
No, but here's the thing.
Or it may be in front of the toilet on the angle wall of that shower that you're not seeing.
Might be. Also, look underneath the sink, guys, and tell me what y'all notice.
Exposed piping.
No. Underneath the exposed piping.
Yeah, you mean that's what looks to be a towel on the floor to catch the water that's probably leaking out at corner sink?
Okay, so you think it's a towel. I'm looking at it and I am seeing what looks like residue from a leak. Like it looks like it might be hard water stains on the tile, but it might be a towel soaking it up. But in any case, I got a feeling that plumbing ain't the most
Not great.
Also, that's a corner sink.
Yep, corner sink, corner shower.
You couldn't make corner toilet and angle it out just a little bit so somebody doesn't have to, sit on it weird to actually. And it's also a tiny toilet. Look how shallow that bowl is.
Yeah.
That is one you're going to have to make sure certain pieces of anatomy are hefted up so you can actually do number 2 without pinching everything.
Yeah. Good times. Moving on.
Okay.
Oh, neat. That's one of the most redneck showers I've ever seen in my goddamn life.
I don't hate the shower though.
No, they actually used good fixtures, but they could have spent 15 minutes and framed the whole goddamn thing in. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but that's not the point they're trying to do though.
No, I'm not talking about the shower. I'm talking about the post itself. They could have framed the fucking post in to make it look better.
I was still on that's still my same response to that one. You're naked, the post is naked.
I mean,
everybody can see your plumbing, so you get to see the shower's plumbing.
Does not compute.
Yeah, still not going to sit there. Still not. Okay, so there's Betsy's Sweet Cottage, Cozy Pasture View Barn Loft, Canvas Bell Tent, Glamping, Secluded Brown Cabin. You know what? I'm going to say Off the Grid Adventure Fort. The one right before Canaan's Grizzly, and this will be the last one I do for us tonight.
Well, I gotta. I need to see. I need to look at the tent as well
Okay,
because
we'll do the 10 after this, but let's picture number 1, guys. Just looking at it from the outside, we might have to rent this place.
I mean it is in fact a compound.
Because what do you think of picture number 1, Cannon?
For it to be a compound, security is drastically lacking.
Yes, absolutely. It has the bones to be. It's a fixer upper.
All right. Okay. Number 2, I like the interior. The very
Yeah.
open fort. Oh, there's swinging doors. Look over on the right by the saloon.
Neat.
Okay. This place is okay. They got a pump. Looks like they got a pump set up to be the artificial. It look like it's an actual pump, but it's just your sink stuff. But the table, there's an outside bathtub. Number 4.
Huh.
That is not secure at all.
No.
Okay, much fancier interior for the bedroom than I was expecting.
I mean, except for the whole barn latch or gate latch doors.
I'll be honest, I was expecting like secondhand furniture to be in here, not like fancy wood post bed.
It's
Well,
secondhand furniture. They basically just took a tree and made the furniture out of it. So it's secondhand to a tree.
Looks like there's a little heater stove over in the corner underneath the bass behind the door. Oh, here we go. Photo from I don't know if this is this is not in the saloon. This is just
no, this is the picture number 2. You keep walking to the right, and it's that angle.
okay.
It's the same it's the same side that we were in picture 2, just in the corner, just in the right corner.
Okay,
This thing is basically 4 walls with
A
4
room on each
rooms,
a
4
room at each
rooms
corner.
supported on each corner, and ain't nothing underneath it except a wood floor. It's a courtyard underneath.
Yep.
I don't hate that.
And I'm sorry. That's in that far right corner. That look like there's some nice ass chairs to be sitting outside. I hope this place don't rain all that much. Or depending on where we're at, we're at
Indiana.
Morgantown, Indiana. I hope it don't snow too much.
Oh, it do. Okay, I'm on if you look at number 7, you got the other view of this outdoor bathtub with looks like a changing room behind it. Probably a shower in there. Made out of pallet wood.
You're gonna bear all to get in the tub, but yet you're gonna cover yourself in the shower.
Yeah. Okay. Another courtyard picture. I like the amount of cast iron that's over there. This has to be set up like right before your ass gets out there, though, because I don't think that they leave that cast iron hanging out like that.
I like the stone grill.
That is a nice touch. Little terrace with. Okay, those are cushions made to look like cookies, like wood cookies. I was gonna say that'd be the most uncomfortable shit.
Go to picture 12.
Hold on. 10, 11. How to?
Yeah.
It's cantilevered.
I am a relatively large individual. Hewitt, you are a relatively large individual.
I ain't getting on that.
I'm not going on that porch.
I'm not. No. Now the way that they did the rope to be the between the top rail and the bottom rail, that's nice. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
Sheep.
Yeah. You know why they did that, right? To reduce weight.
Probably. Yep, I was right. It's a shower. Look, there is an aerial view of the rain collection. It looks like you might actually heat the water yourself with wood. There's a shower. There's a bench in the shower. If someone's up, you know what? You bear all to get in the tub, but if someone's in one of the Fortress Tower bedrooms, they gonna be able to see you get in the shower anyway.
Yeah.
Another Pinterest style picture of the bathtub.
Yep.
Yep, wood fire in the inside the tower bedrooms. There's the saloon finally on number 17.
Number 16, that wood stove. Unless that's triple wall pipe, there ain't no way that's within code.
I got a feeling it's decorative. Man, it looks like they got stone behind it, like, but I can't tell if that's painted or not. It warms up because they give you coffee mugs in there, and there's a little teacup or teapot. Okay, the saloon is nice.
Yeah. Little corner bar.
Okay. Number 18 is my favorite picture so far. Cause
Go back to 17 just a minute.
okay.
The bar stool on the left in front of that looks like a poured concrete column that they just half-ass covered up.
Which one?
Picture 17, supporting the bar. Looks
That's
like
a whiskey barrel.
That's a whiskey barrel.
Oh, okay. I'll make that out now.
That's a couple whiskey barrels.
Okay. But number 18 is my favorite picture. I like that. The stone grill or the stone fire pit grill in the front, and then I'm assuming a decent barbecue grill is into that stone casing at the end of it. But that is not a bad view. I'd have to keep my child from finding a way to ring the bell.
Birds.
Chickens. Baby donkey. Baby donkey on ship. All right. We will go to the bell tent. That'll be the last one. Give me just a second. I heard it make a noise.
I would just like to say, for the record, they use the word glamping, and I hate it.
The second burn is better. A third one would make it too dark. I'm going to have to play around with it and probably adjust the speed to see if that'll help with anything, because it's kind of like a CNC. You have to play with them until they act right. All right, so
All right.
air mattress.
Yeah, I'll stay for the record. I could do this myself. That's some thin ass canvas.
So let's break this down. There's the Hobby Lobby little bell lights that look like they're supposed to be little fairy jars. There are two folding tables that have been
Those
dark
are legit TV. No, they haven't been dark stained. That's how they come. There's the dark mahogany. I have the black ones. They're TV trays.
And then there is a old
spindle leg table, night table.
They give you TP. This is where the shit tickets for the nudist camp are. They stole them.
Yeah.
Is that a composting toilet? Is my question. Underneath.
No, that is a food grade bucket.
That's a food grade bucket with a crock pot on top of it, so that's your kitchenette.
Okay, I was making sure like they didn't just have the bucket in there to be your composter. Like just we got it in here for you. Just take it out back.
Oh, this is like so. This is essentially we take about a 2-foot wooden disc, right?
Kyle,
And
Go
And,
go to 3. Both of y'all go to 3 and tell me what's wrong. I have structural integrity questions.
why is this platform made out of fence slats?
God, we couldn't stay in this. Unless there is a 2x4 underneath that going every 12 inches. We couldn't walk on that.
And I'm sorry.
They oh shit, they overlap. Look at them. It's not
Yeah.
even, they're not even butted. They just, the old boards broke. They didn't have the money to get the regular decking boards, so they got Home Depot.
They couldn't have taken 6 seconds to run a goddamn circular saw over the top and cut the fucking bevels off of it.
This one is actually making me mad. I wish we had just ended with the Cool Fortress. This one's making us mad, Em, because this one is using fence pickets to make a deck.
You gave the neuro spicy person the assignment to find terrible things on the internet and thought I wouldn't deliver?
You are correct, madam.
Limestone rocks for a fire. That's inviting an explosion.
Yeah. Yeah.
Goddamn treehouse, that was a fucking compound.
The kid's asleep in the caution hammock. But oh wait, those are that is limestone, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh no.
So they gave you in picture 6. They give you board games. Where the shit you gonna play them?
On the pickets. Or you clear everything off the little dinky table.
How? They're uneven because they over fucking lap.
Here's the fire. The restroom. Okay, no, there's an arrow. I thought it was just restroom, and then there's this big batch of green and fucking poison ivy next to the wood pile.
Okay. Now I need you to look at the wood pile.
There's 4x4s. No,
Those aren't. Those are like 6x6 or 8x8s.
Wow.
Why didn't they use those for the platform?
Okay. Okay. Then just a picture of the restroom sign. Yep.
Nope.
Nope.
There it is.
Pop-up pod.
Let me tell you.
Cannon, we did a better job with a Homer bucket. You can see.
Yep.
Look at the open hole in the front.
Open hole in the ground. And all they did is put 2 of them fence pickets over for the bucket to sit on.
Go fall down in the shit hole.
Or at least they provide you a splitting maul for firewood.
This place is inviting a lawsuit. I'm sorry. All I can do is laugh. Oh, God. All I can do is laugh.
No. Picture 11.
You can see the other 8x8s, Kyle, that are being used to hold up the boards between the fucking cement bricks, some of which are on pavers, and one of them's crooked.
I need you to. No. Oh, God damn it. Okay.
Look at the base. Look right
No.
there, dude. And one of them, there's a gap above the rhombus.
There's a reason. I need you to look at the first concrete pillar.
The one that's crooked or the one that's on pavers?
The whole platform's uneven, Hewitt.
Yeah, I know that, dude. It's no, I'm saying I'm looking at the one that's over on the far end. They literally have the board on top of some concrete pavers. Then you got the next one that's at an angle. Then you got a big wooden block. Then you got a big wooden block that it's not touching. Then you got the other one that's on a cement brick or on paver stones. Oh my God, this thing is. Oh, you've just produced evidence of really shoddy.
Cannon can attest to this. In 2017, 14 of us drove for 3 days across the country to spend a week in the Mojave Desert. There was some rickety ass shit. There was rickety ass shit people were sleeping in. They built that was a whole lot more sturdy than this shit.
The easy up hot air balloons was even better than this thing.
Let me explain, and I want you that this gray folding chair cost more than it costs more than that platform.
The thing is why? Why did you not cut off that part of the pickets? Why did you not square them? It's not like, look, there is at least 6-8 inches overhang of fence boards on the right-hand side.
Look at the left.
Jesus shit. You could have squared them. This image is cursed. This isn't glamping. This is not glamping.
All right. I'm going. Okay, I'm back.
I'm back on 9. It is. I'm going to say this. It is not glamping. If there is a chance you're gonna fall in the shithole. If there's a chance you're gonna fall in the shithole, that, correct me if I'm wrong, Kanan, that is that's probably a 6 foot deep augured hole, isn't it?
You're being real fucking generous when you say 6 feet.
It's an auger hole. I'm not going to attest to how deep it is because I don't have enough data.
I'm just assuming because augers are like the one you have is like about 5 foot, right?
Mine digs 4 feet deep without an extension.
Okay, so maybe it's a 4 foot hole. Also, look back at number 11. What is behind the tree? Like behind the tree, behind everything, there's a bunch of grays. That's not the stack of firewood, is it? I mean, because the way I'm looking at it, either is sheet metal that's tossed out in the woods, or it was a mattress tossed out in the woods.
Looked like a barbecue grill up on a deck.
No. Over to the left just a little bit. The gray behind that spindly tree. It's just.
You talking about the tree that's just left of that blackish colored chair?
Yeah, directly behind it, it's gray.
That's all the cement blocks they didn't use.
Oh, God.
Cannon, hear me out. A 2-inch or a 2-foot circular piece of plywood, right? We bolt a 16-foot or 14, 16-foot 4x4 to the middle, right? We drape the parachute over top of it. Okay, you follow me here. So you see where I'm going.
Yeah, you got a center pole for a parachute tent.
Yeah. Okay. We take 4 logs, like 4 firewood logs. We throw them in generally 4 corners, and we lay 2x6s across it. Right? Okay. We do this in just like a corner of your property. Just out like there is no trail. Like we'll put flash down to down to so you can find where it's at, right? Me, you, and Hewitt, 20 minutes with a shovel, dig to dig a latrine that's probably 6 times better than the one that's in this picture.
Oh, you fail to realize I got a backhoe now.
Don't even need to bring it. I mean, we're talking heads and shoulders above this place. We go to Goodwill and we buy like 6 shitty rugs. We throw them on the floor. We put a queen air mattress in it. We get cheap ass spindle leg end tables. We throw them in there. We give them shit tickets and instant coffee. And then you do what these people did and charge $60 a night.
I'm gonna make it disappear from the stream because I can't keep staring at this. Oh my god.
I say again, 60 dollars a night.
Christ.
A fully furnished canvas bell tent nested in the woods of a small active horse farm. Perfect for family getaway. The bell tent comes with a queen air mattress, bedding, chairs, and battery-powered lights. The tent comes stocked with basis essentials, culinary essentials, spices, oil spray, skillet, charcoal grill, charcoal, utensils, coffee supplies, mugs, plates, and more. Also available are two single mattresses for the kids. If you intend to use these, please bring sleeping bags. The site is designed to fit 2 adults and 2 children under the age of 12. The site can accommodate another small dome tent for which there would be a $20 a night additional fee.
Charge you $20 to bring your own tent?
Something y'all don't know about my place right now, there is an added benefit to the horror side of the scale. We've had 2 sightings of black bears in the area.
So, okay, so here's what we do, right? When we list it, see nature, wildlife excursions.
Bear mace included?
No, you got to bring your own.
And
No.
charge them $150 for the privilege.
Yep. And you don't tell them it's black bears. And when the black bears show up and they call you, go, oh, he showed up. Cool. It's going to go up to $120 a night now.
I gotta
To be
pay.
this close to nature. I mean, you gotta. So, what this place offers: home safety. There's a first aid kit. Outdoor. There's a backyard, an open space on the property, usually covered in grass. A fire pit. Outdoor furniture. A barbecue grill. Pets are allowed. Long-term stays allow stay for 28 days or more. Not included. Security cameras on property. A kitchen. Wi-Fi. TV. Washer. Air conditioning. Hair dryer. Essentials. Hey guys, there's no smoke alarm. There's no carbon monoxide alarm. There is no shampoo. There is no private entrance, and there is no heating. I say again, $60 a night.
And they got 38 reviews that gave them a 4.92.
The 95% approval rating. And everyone says this is a 10 out of 10. Perfect place. A beautiful campsite. Bruh.
I'll go stay at the national park for a little bit cheaper, and then I will have flush toilets, a shower facility, and can set up my own tent for not having to pay extra. I have an air mattress. It's better than that one.
I have that air mattress.
Good God. All right. On that note, I think we can call this kitchen table to it. My wife definitely did what she set out to do. Anyway, let's see. This week, tomorrow we'll be back with Holy Winds. We will be back playing playing the Quiet Year starting tomorrow. It'll probably take maybe 2-ish, 3-ish sessions. We'll have Curse of Strahd on Thursday, and we will have Investigation Check on next Sunday. So that's what we got going on right now. So I will turn it over to you, Nox.
We appreciate y'all coming hang out with us. We're not going to charge you $60 a night for a shitty IKEA, for what I'm going to call a yurt from IKEA. So we hope you have enjoyed this very infuriating edition of bonus of Kitchen Table. And until next time, folks, don't rent that place. Just don't. Like, find a KOA. The cabins at the KOA are a whole lot better than this. It's not on an active horse farm.
I got a side hustle, Knox.
That bruh. If this people got a 95% approval rating, like 95% positive rate, bruh, we are in the wrong fucking business.
No, Wasteland. Take my metal frame setup and charge $150 a night for Airbnb at Wasteland.
We could we could stick 40 people in that fucking thing.
Oh my God. Apocalypse
Apocalypse
B&B.
Airbnb. I got enough stuff to make it 30 feet long.
You know what?
We could set it up military apocalypse barrack style, and we could break in a killing.
Never have to work again a day in our lives.
And our Wasteland tickets would be paid. Bank.
It's the future, boys. It's the future. God damn it.
Especially for these folks that show up to Wasteland, they got these easy ups, and they end up being umbrellas on the first day because the wind takes them away.
And they use 6-inch, like 16th inch spikes to hold them down.
Yeah, they use the 6-inch spikes that come with them.
Good Lord. I know that I had to make a couple of wrought iron spikes for Christina, but she never picked them up.
I had 12-inch rebar spikes, 12 or 18-inch rebar spikes for me with circular tops on them. Next time I go back, I'm taking 5-foot steel T-post.
Yeah. Anyway, folks, don't let your meatloaf.